You've probably seen the headlines, the viral clips, the debates, the stereotypes. Pit bulls are one of the most controversial breeds in the world, and because of that, their owners tend to stay quiet. But today, we're saying what many pit bull owners won't. Not to cause drama, not to defend blindly, but to speak the truth that gets buried under fear, judgment, and misunderstanding. Because if you're thinking of getting a pit bull, or judging someone who already has, you need to see the full picture. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why some owners begged me not to publish this. Let's start with what no one tells you. Owning a pit bull changes your relationship with the world. The second you step outside, you're not just walking a dog, you're making a statement. People cross the street, they pull their kids close. Some even mutter things under their breath. And it's not because your dog has done anything wrong. It's because of everything people think they know. And that messes with your head. You start to walk differently, train differently, even speak differently around your dog. You overcompensate. You double-check the leash. You memorize local dog laws. You become hyper-aware, not because your dog is dangerous, but because the world thinks it is. That's the first secret pit bull owners carry. It's not the dog that changes you. It's the pressure of being seen as irresponsible just for owning one. But here's the twist. That pressure, it forges you. It forces responsibility. Pit bull owners, good ones, become some of the most committed, structured, and vigilant handlers out there. Why? Because they don't have the luxury of slacking off. One bad moment, one leash slip, one growl, and suddenly it's not a mistake, it's a headline. The second truth is this: pit bulls are emotional athletes. Their bodies are strong, yes, but it's their hearts that are truly overwhelming. These dogs love hard. They cling. They follow you from room to room. They stare into your soul. And that depth of loyalty? It's beautiful, but it's also intense. Because if you don't meet them with calm leadership and consistency, they unravel. Pit bulls don't do well with confusion, or inconsistency, or raised voices. They're sensitive. They need clear rules and a grounded human. When you give that, they become magic. Funny, focused, affectionate, and fearless. But if you give chaos, they reflect it. That's when problems start. And those problems? They're rarely sudden. They build, slowly, through unmet needs, through boredom, through misunderstanding. Most pit bull attacks that make the news, they didn't come out of nowhere. They were failures of ownership long before they became tragedies. That's the third thing pit bull owners don't want to admit. If you're not emotionally ready to lead, you shouldn't bring one home. Now, let's talk about breed traits. No fluff, no sugarcoating. Pit bulls were bred for tenacity, grip, pain tolerance, high drive. That doesn't mean they're violent, it means they're committed. When they put their mind to something, they lock in. Whether it's tug of war, chasing a ball, or climbing a wall, it's all in, all the time. That's why they make amazing athletes, and also why they can become destructive in the wrong environment. You don't wear out a pit bull, you direct it. You guide that energy into structure, play, obedience, nose work, confidence drills. If you don't, that energy will find its own outlet, and you probably won't like what it chooses. But here's the truth that made some people ask me to delete this video. Most people get pit bulls for the wrong reasons. They get them for image, for ego, for intimidation. And those people, they ruin the breed. They skip training, they ignore socialization. They overcorrect instead of communicating. And in doing so, they create the very stereotype the rest of us fight daily to undo. That's the heartbreak of being a good pit bull owner. You can do everything right and still be feared. You can raise a dog with love, consistency, structure, and still be denied housing. Still be excluded from dog parks. Still be whispered about on the sidewalk. That's the fourth truth pit bull owners don't like to say out loud. Loving this breed means living with a kind of silent judgment every single day. And yet, we stay. We train. We advocate. We educate. Not because it's easy, but because we know what these dogs really are. We've seen their gentleness, their resilience, their humor, their joy. We know the truth that most of the world refuses to believe. Pit bulls aren't broken. The system around them is. But there's one more truth, a deeper one, that rarely gets spoken even in pit bull communities. This breed exposes who you really are. It doesn't just demand your leadership. It reveals your emotional intelligence, your patience, your stability. Pit bulls don't tolerate ego, they see through it. If you're anxious, they reflect it. If you're angry, they absorb it. If you're unstable, they become unstable. Owning a pit bull is like emotional boot camp. You'll confront every part of yourself you've been avoiding, and you'll either grow or you'll fail them. That's what makes them so rare, so misunderstood, so painfully beautiful. They don't perform for praise, they don't bend just to please. They bond deeply, but only if you earn it. And that bond, it isn't cute, it's intense. They'll check in with you in the middle of a room full of people. They'll place their head in your lap after a long day. They'll sleep outside your bathroom door just to be close. They don't just want your time, they want your trust. And once they have it, they'll guard it with everything they are. But it comes at a cost. You'll have to defend them. Not from other dogs, but from people, from policies, from media narratives, from friends who just don't trust that breed. You'll become an advocate by default, and sometimes you'll get tired. Tired of explaining, tired of smiling politely at judgment, tired of being told, "But isn't that one of those dogs?" And still, you'll show up, because no one else is going to speak for them. You'll learn to read body language like a behaviorist. You'll know the difference between arousal and aggression. You'll spot a reactive dog across a park before most owners even realize there's a problem. You'll train harder, smarter, longer, not because your dog is bad, but because the world demands perfection from them. And you'll get, because every time they look up at you with those deep, searching eyes, you remember why. And here's what no article or headline will ever tell you. The gentlest dogs I've ever met were pit bulls. Dogs who cuddled with babies. Dogs who licked away tears. Dogs who stepped between their owners in danger, not to attack, but to stand firm. Dogs who would rather be by your side than anywhere else in the world. Dogs who didn't ask for their reputation, but carry the weight of it every day. So yes, some owners asked me not to post this, not because what I'm saying is wrong, but because they're exhausted, tired of the fight, tired of proving their dog is worthy of love, of safety, of life itself. Tired of knowing that one mistake, any mistake, could cost them everything. That one moment of bad luck, one bad headline, one bite out of fear or confusion or mismanagement could erase years of progress for an entire community. But I made this video anyway, because someone needs to hear it. Someone who's falling in love with a face they saw at a rescue shelter. Someone who grew up with one but forgot how hard it was. Someone who thinks they're ready but needs one more layer of truth before they decide. So here it is. Pit bulls are not for everyone. They are not plug-and-play pets. They are not status symbols. They are not bulletproof, emotionless tanks. They are sensitive, intelligent, high-drive dogs who will give you their soul if you know how to receive it. If you're in this for power, don't do it. If you want a trophy, don't do it. If you're not ready to become the best version of yourself every single day, don't do it. But if you're willing to be patient, to be honest, to be consistent, and to learn, really learn, then you're in for the ride of your life. Because what you get isn't just a dog. It's a teacher, a guardian, a mirror, a best friend with muscles, mischief, and a heart that holds nothing back. So to those who asked me to delete this video, I hear you. I understand why you asked, but the truth deserves to be louder than the fear. Because until the world sees these dogs the way we do, the work isn't finished. If you're still watching, thank you. Thank you for having the courage to go deeper. Thank you for being open. And if you already own a pit bull, thank you for the work you do that no one else sees. The quiet advocacy, the late-night training, the moments where you hold your breath and stay calm because you have to. Drop a comment below if this resonated with you. Share your story. Let's make the comment section a place where real pit bull owners speak truth, not silence. And if you're ready to compare the misunderstood strength of the pit bull to the laser-focused intensity of a Belgian Malinois or the steady loyalty of a Rottweiler, watch the next video. The world may judge by breed, but we know better. We judge by bond.